What? Hello, everybody. This is Gloria, GGTheCrochetQueen, where I bring my love of crochet to learn to crochet or to advance your skills. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And for my new and for my returning subscribers, thank you for returning. So I am here. Hopefully I can get through this without any computer issues. I went and got a new modem yesterday, but I'm still having problems getting online. So I don't know what the issue is, but at this point I'm exhausted trying to figure it out. So one of the suggestions was to clean my cache. I always say cache, but they say clean the cache and all this other stuff. So now when I go online to any of my sites, I'm going to have to open them up new again because they're not sitting there waiting for me to click on them. But I'm hoping, and I was told to see if there's any new updates for my computer. There probably are my laptop because I don't recall any new updates. Anyway, so that is what has been going on in my neck of the woods. And when you come in, please give me a thumbs up. Tell me your name, where you are, what your weather is like, and what you are working on. I am back at this little light blue hat for Hat Not Hate. And the blue hat that I had on the Centro when I started taking it off, no, it was on the adding machine. When I started taking it off, I had a drop stitch. So of course that annoyed me. So I just took it off. Hey Karen, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. And how is the weather in your neck of the woods and what are you working on? We are back to sunshine and more sunshine here. I got my little gadget that I ordered from Rulala that follows you. The camera follows you, but the reason I wanted it, I don't think I can use it for, because it looks like it's really just for taking pictures or when you want to film yourself. But I was hoping I could use it when I did my duo calls with my sister, but I don't think I can use it for that. But it is cute, so I really, maybe if I did a, well, really I don't need it to do a tutorial because I don't need it to move. I just need it to be stationary. Oh, it's cool and raining, a perfect day for crochet, yes. All my days are perfect days for crochet. The most perfect day is not have to be on my work computer. Perfect days. I can just concentrate on finishing a project and not worry about having to work. So those are my perfect days. I saw there's going to be some really bad weather northeast. One of the YouTubers that I follow, he's somebody that's into gardening and survival and all that stuff, and he talks about how to can food and preserve food. And he did a live yesterday, and it was raining like crazy where he was, and they were getting ready for the storm. He lives in South Carolina, and him and his wife were driving around. I don't know where they were going to, but I wouldn't have been going there. JC Crafts here. Hello, JC. Let me see. JCJ Crafts. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. So I'm hoping none of that bad weather anytime soon. But June 1st is the start of hurricane season here. So I am hoping that we do not have any hurricanes, at least down here. Last year, let me see, they had a lot of named storms and they didn't, I don't think we actually had any come our ones or somebody got hit. Not New Orleans. I think it was a different place. Hey, Angie, how are you today? Watching the weather in Savannah. Okay, they have shut most of the city down. Schools are out, Mississippi, which is sad. And I think Texas got hit hard. I can't remember which part of Texas, but I think they had the floods. I can't remember. I was so frustrated yesterday having to go to Comcast to get another modem and then trying to set it up again and put everything where it should be. I don't think my phone is right yet. I haven't gotten a dial tone on my phone yet. I don't use the phone. It's a house phone, but really can't say it's an emergency phone because if the internet goes on, so. But I one day I sat down just recently and went through the messages, and it was like 22 messages on that phone from, I think, starting way back in August. And a few of them were for somebody that people still keep calling this number for this person. And it's like, unless she calls them, the people keep calling. One of them say, "Hey, Grandma," but I don't know who they are. They don't leave phone numbers. They just say who they are. Because if they left a phone number, I'd call them and say, "You have the wrong number," and then it'll at least cut out those unnecessary calls. Then you get those other unnecessary calls of, "Oh, if you don't reply, we're gonna do this, that, and the other to you." I immediately delete them. And then, of course, you have all the calls from the car warranties. Useless calls, just useless. But people fall for that stuff, so that's why they keep doing it, because there's enough people out there that fall for it. Oh, so did you all have bad weather in Dallas? Or was that some other part that had some really bad weather? Yeah, it's so much stuff going on in Texas. Who knows? You don't know one part from the other. And I'm just hoping that the people in Mississippi at least get some water, running water. And you want it to be clean too. So that is a scary getting lead poisoning and stuff like that. We're in the 21st century. You think none of that stuff happens. But people are always cutting costs. And our water source in Florida comes from Okeechobee, Okeechobee Lake. Is that it? It sounds so odd when I say it out loud. And there's always, if we don't get enough rain, then the water level is too low. And you always hope that nobody goes and poisons that area, because that's where our water source comes from. I don't know. It's scary. There's a lot of people that are out to do no good, trying to put it together. And then my mom had her surgery Tuesday. She had her surgery. So yesterday, as I was trying to figure out how to get my internet going, my niece called my sister and me so we could talk to our mom via Duo, and she is doing okay, but as she says, she's in pain, which I know she's in pain. That wrist has been broken for 2 weeks before they finally did surgery, so I'm sure they had a lot of repairing to do. Small. So I'm hoping that it'll heal well and she won't have any setbacks. That is the big issue. Okay. Was that a glitch? I hope it wasn't a glitch. Are you working on anything? Oh, and JoJo. I'm trying to get these hats done. And are you all doing the cardigan challenge? I started a pattern and then I started another one. And I think I'm gonna like this one, but I think I'm gonna have to do my chain again. I'm gonna work on it a little, and if I don't like it, I don't want to work on it too much, but I want to see what it looks like. And if it looks too off to me, then I'm just gonna log it and start off with a new chain count. But I am loving my thought now. I just want it to come to fruition. I can see it in my head, but I don't know if I can get it done. So I can have me a nice summer shawl to wear. And I'm supposed to be getting my other crowns so I can sew them onto my cardigan back there. But I don't know if I want to do that now. I think I need to put like a strip of fabric and do some buttonholes so that when I put it through over the crowns, it won't snag. I'm so confused with this now because I did sew one of them on, and that was the big thing. It kept snagging on the yarn. So I might just have to go and get some different buttons. Oh, you gonna follow pattern? Yeah, that bag of day crochet. But the one that I'm working on now is just off the top of my head. And we'll see what it looks like in the end. But I'm excited. I said I need to write it down just in case I like it enough and want to do a second one. Because the pattern that bag of day crochet, I made lots of those cardigans. And I think that is the third one that I made for myself. Yeah, it's got to be the third one. No, let me see. Yeah, I got a purple one. I have the aqua. Yep, that's the third one that I made for myself. That one I wanted to do because I wanted one that was longer, but it is heavy. Either the end of this year or next year when it's a little cooler somewhere. Hopefully I'll be able to travel. I have to call South, and I was going to surprise her and go surprise her for her wedding because her and her husband, they would surprise her. But then the news report for Georgia just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I was like, nah, I'm going to skip that. So I canceled it. And I know my ticket is good for a year, but I'm wondering if they have extended that anymore. So I'm going to have to call because April trip. So I have to call and find out if I'm going to lose that ticket if I don't take it by the 15th or the 16th of April. I would not be happy if I lost on my to-do list. Make sure I call them. So we're down to the wire. So I don't want to lose that time. That's what it is. It's a big project. But once you get the back of it done, I don't know how that pattern is, but once you get the back of it done and those front, it's that back panel is the hardest part as far as I'm concerned. Well, it's not the hardest, but it's the most time consuming. My search for it on Lion Brand site to see if I can find it again. Am I buffering? I'm not sure if I'm buffering or not. And today, thank you for joining me. Hey, Jeanette, how are you today? Thanks for joining me. Good. Well, I'm holding on by a string. I haven't had this of issues. And of course, now it's just like getting on my last nerve. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, I see Angie. I pop up. I'm like, what is going on? So, Jeanette, are you still working on your cardigan, or do you have it finished? Because you're there it goes again. Just get through this one way or the other. Are you still working on it? Okay. In the front of the house where I to the modem. Then I saw I had a good signal. So I said, okay, I'm going to take it to the back. And of course, now I have a, and it keeps buffering. So that is the story of my life. Buffer, buffer, and buffer some more. How is the weather in Chicago, Jeanette? I know you had some good weather before. I talked to my sister. She lives in Georgia yesterday, and she was outside. I said, oh, you all must have good weather. You don't even have on a coat or anything. She's like, oh, yeah, it's been really nice these past few days. She says, but we're supposed to be getting a storm coming in. I said, yeah, I saw that. A lot of places are going to get hit by a storm. So I am sure she's not hanging out in good weather right now. Probably not. Weather's probably changed a lot since yesterday. Our weather is hot here. I think it's got to be in the 80s. Yeah, it's got to be in the 80s. I'm still, this daylight savings time, getting up in the dark, it throws me off. I'm like, the first day I forgot that the time had changed, and I was getting up to go to my work computer. I was like, why is it still dark? And then it dawned on me, oh, our time changed. And of course, the day dragged. I think it's Arizona. I can't remember now. Anybody else still working on it? Okay, she's saying hi. But I think Arizona is the only state that doesn't do the time changes. I can't remember if they're the only one, but all right. So I can go and have my lunch so I can get back to work. But I thank you all for joining me. And I'll probably do one in the evening tomorrow because what do they call it? A drive rush hour, whatever it's called. I haven't been in rush until I say, oh yeah, I can get there in about. Again for joining me. And until my next video, you all stay safe, keep crocheting. Bye bye.